I don't record, and I'm going to show off with London here. She already knows what to do. Everybody see London in the screen? So I kind of walk up and down so everybody can get a gist. So what they're going to be looking for is the blue spots getting darker, but the screen will fluctuate. So if I take London completely out, the screen will fluctuate to show us all the different colors. Okay, so we're going to put London back in to get the hot marks.
Gotcha.
And then see all the orange, and we got the blue in the sky. Okay. Now there is a cursor in the center, so if you find a dark blue spot or something that is actually moving around, maybe a blue spot with a white outline, it's going to outline anything it feels as an intelligent or solid form. So if we have an orb, it's going to put a white line around a dark blue ball. Okay? You may miss it. We've missed them before, and I caught it the next morning. Okay. I can't add this stuff in. Okay. So, but you're going to see like that car goes by and all the wheels are hot because of the brakes. Does that make sense? So this is very high tech. I've tried other thermal things and apps for my phone. They suck. Okay. And I decided to spend the money to actually go with this guy. It's a little heavier than a normal cell phone. It has a battery attached to the back to keep the camera running for you all night long, and your fingers are in front of the camera. So just kind of keep that in mind. You're going to keep it horizontal all night, so that way when I upload it to YouTube and then transfer it over to the website, we have a nice video and we don't have to tilt our heads. And the second thing is, you see the red square on the right-hand side? Yes, that needs to stay a red square all night. That shows us it's recording. Okay. So if it turns to a circle, just tap it again, you'll have 2 videos. Okay. Fair enough? Yes, cool. All right, so let me turn on my voice recorder. All night long, so that way you guys have all of that evidence. Last but not least, let me show you guys a few tricks I'm going to do on my phone. Actually, somebody was just pulling up my phone.
Can you put your phone down?
Oh, sorry, it was my silent partner telling me about them.
Is that what that white mark is? No. Surely not.
It does not see through glass.
Oh. There you go.
Okay, so the app's on my phone. So I do keep an EMF on me just in case something happens to ours. Okay, so I do have a backup in the event that we actually need to use an EMF. The other piece is I run a spirit box on my phone. The cool thing about this one is it actually has 9,000 words in its own vocabulary, and it will give us a word in the center of the screen, and then it puts all those words in a list for us, which is super cool. So the list, this was from the last tour I did, which would have been on Sunday. So we're going to clear them out, and we're going to start you guys fresh. So anything that's relevant to your tour or the location where we're at, we're going to... Sorry, he's texting me there. I'll actually highlight those words for you and put any kind of relevance, and it'll be all synced up with the video. Is that fair? Fair. So one last app. Now this one is a little different. So this is a reverse spirit box. Reverse spirit box takes those FM signals and it flips them backwards. So it's going to sound like complete gibberish to us. So whenever it says something forward motion, we will be able to tell exactly what it is. So I'm going to walk up and down the line so everybody can kind of get a gist of what this sounds like. I keep this app with me so that way you guys get it on your regular audio, because it's not going to pick up on that audio. So let me turn the volume up and everybody can kind of get a gist. So it sounds like complete gibberish. A little creepy. I know, I see the look on your face. I will ask random questions and try to get a response. I will do this in highly active areas. Who's my EMF person? Who's got the EMF meter? So we're going to be looking for you all night, because your indicator is going to tell us if we actually have something happening. You are our first indication, so you really need to go, it's going crazy. Is that fair? Now, you're in Charleston, so most of our electrical lines are underneath the sidewalks, so we're not going to get excited about that stuff. So, you guys are probably ready to hear some stories. We all got gadgets and ready to go.
How do you record on this? Or is it already recorded?
No, this will not record.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons why I got the new one. So we actually had 2. Yes. Okay. So that's why I like to have 2 people on that. So that way, in case you guys are both listening, One person may hear something different, but most of the time, there's two people on it. You both heard the exact same thing, and it verifies that we actually just heard a name or a location or something related to the place where we're at.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So, I keep both of these apps running, and all I have to do is turn the volume up and down. So, guys, we started here on purpose. This place used to be called Big John's. It was named after a football player. Please don't ask me which team. I'm not a sports fan. But Big John used to sit in the back of the bar. This was back in the 70s. We have the Citadel nearby, which means the cadets, after they were done training, would come down here to Big John's and have a few drinks. Big John would let the bartender know if the cadets were of age or not. And one night, he told the bartender, nope, these guys aren't of age, don't serve them. They got mad and they left. The next night, they come back and they take the cash register from the front of the bar. Big John pulls out his gun and takes one out. He kills one. The bullet hole is still in the front of the building. So it is said, anybody that sits in the front of this bar, which is no longer open, it used to be Cane Rum Bar just recently, but they will get a little queasy, not feeling well, dizzy, disoriented, those kind of things. I bring up this story on purpose because if anybody starts to feel any of those things because you're not used to paranormal activity, you have to speak up. We will move on very quickly and get you to a safer place and get you out of that environment. It does happen. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it's one of those things, you never know how paranormal activity is going to affect you unless you're in the middle of it. Okay? The other thing about this particular location is we had a big earthquake here, Charleston, 1886. So this allegedly was where the first death occurred. A piece of the mantling that's above your heads also wraps around the front of the building. A piece of that fell from the earthquake, struck somebody in the head, and actually killed them. Their ghost is said to be seen in the front on East Bay Street, and that was from the previous owner, from Paul. So, I'm sorry, he is blowing up my phone about this. Like, I'm trying to do a tour. All right, you guys ready to move? Ready to walk?
Yep, let's go.
All right, we're actually gonna head this way. So let's go down this way. Nope, no inside the buildings. Not on this door. Got the word vocal, so anytime I get something, I will interrupt what I'm doing, my story, interrupt somebody talking to me just to say what word it is so that way we get it on the audio and I can relate it to the place of where we're at.
Okay.
Not that I know that any of this is any relation, but...
Ooh, starting to pour. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I also want to note that this blue Spirit Box app that I have running all night long, 80% of it is BS. It doesn't mean anything. The other 20% is where we were going to tie some things together. That's why I updated the actual vocabulary. So, where's my EMF? Do we have anything going on? No. Nothing? Okay. So this is a weird location because sometimes it starts here, sometimes it won't start until we're all the way through the end of the parking lot. This parking lot is completely haunted. I have no hidden history behind it. The only thing I can tell you is that this barn right here is where the horses are for the carriage ride. So those of you with lasers, you need to keep away from the windows. You will keep the horses. This is also the same red barn that they use to house the horses that actually deliver milk to Charleston. So that kind of gives you the age of this. We're talking about 100. So it's pretty old. Now, we're not walking over any electrical lines. The EMF is probably going to go crazy in here. Your spirit boxes are very active in here. Those of you with spirit boxes, I'm going to walk away from you guys because I know I can get responses from mine out of here, and I'm going to be listening and asking questions. In the event you are asking your spirit boxes questions, give the entity time to answer the question. Ask it several times. Don't pop off 4 or 5 questions in a row. Give them a little bit of time to see if you can actually get a response out of it. As far as the camera goes, nice, slow sweeps, looking for those cold spots. As you get to like this building over here is where you'll really start to see the white lines and how that works with the camera. So you're really on a learning curve right now with this particular location. Grid cans and grid box, you're okay to explore in here. Just stay away from those windows, please. These are, good friends of ours. We have to talk to them and keep it friendly. So, keep it friendly. Thermometer.
You get everything behind you.
It's about 77, 78 degrees. If you go down to 72 or below, that's where we really need to start making sure it's an actual cold. Fair enough? Let's explore, guys. Let's see what we can find. We got the word yellow. It just says yellow on my shirt. Try to stay away from the extra questions. Name is usually one of the first things I do in this particular lot. And I get a lot of different names here.
Spirits, you have a name.
Alright, so we got you can't really recreate it. So literally something would have to be really right on top of this.
Todd, are you from Charleston?
You guys get a name already?
Todd.
Something would literally have to be on top of the thing that it goes around.
I was supposed to ask her question. How old is it when she's 6, 7, 8, 9? Huh? What when I asked how old they were, 6, 7,
Are
8,
you
9.
a girl or a boy?
Here, Dad. You try.
Boy. Dude, that's so.
You need to, I think you're supposed to tell everybody else. Tell him, Brooke. Brooke, I think you're supposed to tell everybody else. Dad, your fingers in. Where's my phone? Oh, that's a person.
Yeah, you're in San Francisco. Todd, how did you die?
So whenever she gets like a good EMF reading, like she actually had some like really hot spots back
Go over
here.
there.
Like just move the
Right
camera
there.
that way, because that way
Okay.
you can really gauge even from this distance if you're going to get a moving colder
Okay.
area.
Okay. And which one's got the EMF? One of the girls right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the girl with the ponytail.
Okay.
She's got a red spot right here.
Alright. I like this. You're looking for a blue blob with a white around it. Supposed to be an orb.
But it was over there. Right here.
That is so weird.
Wait, what happened? Odd in San Francisco is 12.
I walked away and said, "Do I have a talk with me tonight?" And he got a yes, and then I got a little angry. So I kind of, when I start to see malevolent words like that, I kind of see what the next couple things are going to say. There are times where I had to move the group along pretty quickly because I didn't want to
Yeah.
bring anything with us.
What's your name?
Yeah, start getting some names.
Come over here. Come over here and ask that again.
Todd, how many people do you have with you tonight?
Yeah, the orange. When it gets to orange, let them know. Yeah. Want to see red?
I haven't seen it. Another question. What's your name?
Get with them and listen.
Walk over here.
Unless you want to do this.
Dude, it said Todd.
Yeah, that's who everybody's talking to.
It's red.
It's red? I got a little red flip.
So that's
just saw
a
it.
good sign. We don't want it to be steady on red the whole time. Now, if it kind of just comes up and it's red for a second, but goes away, we can't activate it. But it shows
anything yet.
That's the point of it. Is it to make it a little bit creepy?
No, I had it. You want to do it for them?
No.
Stacy?
You got it.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Brooke, you got it. Keep it.
Is there anything we can do to help you?
And we heard Todd. But I couldn't make out. Ow. Ow. Okay. It sounded like an ow. It did.
I don't know what we're looking for.
Like I asked how many they have with them. They came up with this number 11.
Oh, well, maybe that's what we heard instead of 8.
That's a lot of activity going on. I mean, she's getting random hotspots with the EMF, and they're coming and going. Sometimes they'll say just blinky red, do the whole deal, and like I said, this whole location,
You just don't know why.
I never know why. There's no history here. I
So
talked
what
to the next
happened
door.
in this farm?
It's just where they put the horses.
Well, it's where they deliver the milk out of into Charleston. That's how old the barn is.
I just
We were
wanted to give
talking
you
about
guys
it
an
earlier.
age, you know, how old it is over here.
Yeah.
But like, we're not standing on any electrical lines. We're not, you know, this is a sewer line, to be quite honest.
Is this one of your hottest spots that you go to?
It depends, honestly. The next one for sure is definitely, I can say that's my hot spot. If I had a finale, that would be it. But this one is a great practice because there is so much activity here.
You can work with it.
I can work with it and kind of get some answers, but this is one of those locations where if I get certain malevolent things, I've moved people out of here twice now, and I've been doing this for a year. So it's kind of like, I'm not comfortable, we're moving on. Goodbye to whoever's here, but we're out. And I've only had to do that twice here. But I did get the word angry once we actually came inside. So it's kind of like, okay, let me see what the rest of the words are going to be. Good.
So what are we looking for on this camera right here?
So really, you're the cameraman all night.
Yeah.
So you're looking for those blue, like see how the blue is going to be your colder areas? You're going to be looking for something intelligent out of that blue. It's going to be a little bit darker than that blue. It's going to almost look black, and it'll start to move, and it might actually move like almost like a stretched bubble, or it might move intelligently just as a circle.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that
and
makes
it will
sense.
more than likely have a white line around it. That's what we've caught in the past.
Okay.
But it may not. So
Well,
again,
that makes better sense, man. We was just trying to figure out what we were looking for.
and that's the reason why I like this particular area is because it could be a little mix of everything. Looks like they're getting more activity.
More like a bubble.
Okay.
Let's go over here and look.
Come on, Brooke. Come this way.
Are you still there, Todd?
All the way down to green, and all of a sudden you get a red spike. I don't think I've ever seen that over here. This is, like I was telling them, this is a hot spot where I don't have a story, but it's a good place for us to practice because most of the guys are going to do something. So it's kind of like me in London, like to keep the train and bounce around you down.
It said run.
Okay, so I'm at that point.
It said run.
because I did get the word angry. So between those two words, I think we should move on. But what I do with something like this, where it doesn't want us here, is I make sure I say goodbye and try to get a goodbye back. So Todd, if you're here, I'm gonna say goodbye, good night. I'll see you tomorrow probably. Pushing me out. Did you guys hear that? I know you did. Yeah, did I have an Alyssa in this group? I'm sorry, I told y'all I'm horrible at names. No? Okay. Good.
That's what it sounded like was Alyssa.
Well, I got an Alyssa spelled out for me.
Oh, that's what I
Maybe
thought
that
I
was
heard.
the owl that we were hearing,
Might
and
be.
it sounded like
Yeah.
yeah, but it sounded like something else, but I could only make out the AL.
Her name's Allie, so we have to use, they can say either of our names, so it's pretty close.
We will see you later.
Something relatively close.
Huh?
All right. For all
Let me
the
do it for a
viewers
minute.
might be here,
I'm seeing it.
goodbye or good night. Goodbye. There it is. Okay. It's on the audio. You guys can test me. I don't make stuff up. We're gonna move
Dude,
on
it
now.
keeps saying like,
Do one more
go.
Go, yeah.
Yeah, it said run on Bush Run.
I seen it. Did you see it?
I heard
heard it.
right there. Stuff like that. I think he's typing it out.
There's somebody else that does the 340.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. Makes it neat.
I mean, you were just trying out.
Yeah.
Watch out, don't hit your head.
You were trying to.
Yeah, I can forget.
I'm freaking
Now
tired.
you turn. Yeah. You want to take it back to the
We're gonna be hopefully friends by the end of the night. I'm gonna move you all along. All right, so guys, we are actually standing in a very historical place for Charleston. So let's get the spirit boxes turned out just a minute. Let me give you guys a little bit of history. Get that turned out. There you go. Cool. So you guys are standing actually in the Pinckney Mansion. It's a parking lot now, obviously, right? No, I'm not gonna take you to parking lots all night long. Obviously. But the Pinckneys, we're talking about Charles and Eliza Pinckney. Charles and his son Charles Coatsworth were signers of our Constitution. I'd like to explain that because especially when you have kids in the group, you may not. So, very important people that lived here. However, Eliza's story is a little bit more exciting than the politicians that lived here. Eliza married Charles because her dad was sick and he wanted her home back in England and she didn't want to go back. So she married an American so she could stay. Her dad got better, they made amends, and Eliza got to stay here in Berkeley. However, Dad used to send her plants because she was a botanist. The cool thing about the plants that he sent over, one of those plants happened to be indigo. Indigo is what saved Charleston after our rice plantations went downhill. Those plants started right where you're standing. Not a whole lot of people know that, and you're never going to hear that on another tour. Okay, so her plants would have been lined up, her garden, with that blue dumpster, the slaves' homes in the back, and the mansion in the front. Okay, so Eliza wasn't only just the person who started the indigo plant, she's also the same person who sold it to the Louisville University to make it profitable for Charleston. Indigo is what makes blue dye that makes your blue jeans blue. I'm getting a lot of blank looks, so I felt like I needed to explain. So, sorry guys, youngins tonight. Youngins, yes, you're part of that, because you already know all these things. So, Eliza loves to talk to me. You're going to hear me talk to her directly. She will tell me her name. I will ask her a lot of the same questions I normally ask. Some of those weird facts are she was the second Eliza that Charles married. That's why she's known as Eliza Lucas. And yes, the previous Eliza was the wife just before her. So I will ask, how many wives named Eliza did Charles have? And she'll give me a number. Sometimes when I ask Eliza questions, she likes to jump to different things. So you may hear it on the different spirit boxes. Normally it goes to the other spirit box, but we have a second spirit box here. This is the first time we're using it, so we're never going to know what the answer is going to come up with. That's why I'm kind of verifying, what did you guys hear? What did you guys hear? Just to see if I'm asking questions and are coming up with answers elsewhere. The grids, the lasers are good here. Again, start low, work your way out, let it kind of help speculate. We do have businesses that are nearby. So I will ask you to kind of stay away from the heat over there by the trailer, just because it's dark and it's hard to see, and there's some trash and bricks and all kinds of things over there. I have tested this area day and night. It is very active, day or night. It's only let me down one time, this location, where I walked in and there was absolutely no EMF. I got no spirit box activity. I don't know what was going on, but Eliza did not want to be found that night. And our light is working. You want to explain how the light works?
Alright.
Go ahead, I'll give you that one.
Cool. So with the EMF, when the light's blinking like that, sometimes it'll.
They're in sync.
Yeah.
So if you actually stand in the center of the lot and hold it up like this, you can see and actually video where it's literally like within 2 frames of each other. We've done it frame by frame, mist and step. It's interesting, like the Eliza. So this was also a place called Molly Martin for an So, guys, explore. See what you find. Ask Eliza direct questions. Ask if Charles is with her. Oh.
It's got one right there.
Thank you.
No, that's just the building.
Aw.
Huh? Hey, that one's the building.
We just talked about the light.
Sure.
And the word light comes up on my screen. So, the light's what I talked about earlier.
Are you seeing anything over there, guys?
Yeah, very slow sweeps. Now, there's trickery to this with you guys. So for you guys, you might get wind pockets in the corners where like the 2 balls meet. And you kind of have to be wary of that. It might look a little colder, but there might be a little wind spinning in there.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it doesn't feel very windy tonight. We don't even have a breeze tonight.
What's the white that's doing the building?
So the white lines, you mean?
Yeah,
So that's outlining things for you.
the
So,
building, right?
Yep, it's
Okay.
outlining the building, the trailer. It's kind of giving you a gist of what those
Okay.
things might actually be.
Cool.
That's what I'm talking about when you see the blue circle. That's what that white
You'll
line's
see
gonna
that
look
with the object. Okay,
like. Got it.
gotcha.
So again, nice slow sweeps. Just kind of see what you find. And they're
Do you
doing-
usually do it toward the ground or toward the air?
I try to do both. So it's
Okay.
it's kind of like right in the middle. That way I can see the ground temperature
Okay.
and what's above it. Because sometimes there might be a spot of the ground that's colder than the rest. And
Okay.
we have to kind of get the other thermometers and see what we have to do there.
All right, sir. Thanks.
But yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I can't
cool.
wait to do that on my own investigation. I haven't
Yeah.
done one yet. I keep giving it to all my people to use.
Oh,
I've been
really?
So busy. This is literally like my full-time gig. This is what I do.
You like it? It's cool.
Every night.
Huh? It's cool.
Because during the daytime, I'm still working on another college degree, working on a master's.
Okay.
And then I work on my books, the blog, the podcast, and get ready for the night store.
Okay.
Have you both of us have gotten run twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's telling us to run again.
And he got it.
Yeah, I'm about to blow up here. Rope.
You got some big red action.
Yeah, so did I.
Over here.
It's red. You need to go toward him.
Yeah, we gotta run too.
I haven't done it yet. I'm asking for
That's the car in.
Yeah, the black window.
I see that.
All right.
Exotic.
That's nice.
You get any kind of cold breeze where she's getting
Why
all
is it so black right there on the
Now
ground?
test the ground and let's see what the temperature is
See?
supposed to be.
Yeah.
She was getting some
Mom,
red.
where's your,
Huh?
what's your book part of that?
Just keep in
Yeah.
mind, you have a small breeze coming
Hers
up.
keeps telling us to run.
Did it say it again, Brooke?
Yes. Do you want me to take this and you go with
Kind of
her?
have to watch those things. The weather's going to affect what we do.
You know
I'm
how
not
to
going
do
to
it?
say, oh my God,
Get
it's
that
cold
over
over
here.
here.
I'll
Dad,
hold
come
it.
on.
Freeze,
Hold on,
right?
hold on. You don't know what you're listening
The
to.
bump is here. They got the word parts. Let me kind of walk off and ask some questions to see what I come up with.
Dad,
You guys can actually hear what you're
Come
doing, but you probably need to be following.
show mom how to do it. She wants to do it.
Going with her red
Teach her. So you just hold it. Make sure your fingers aren't on the camera.
Don't, yeah, just like that. And just slow, real slow. You're looking for a real dark spot with a white outline.
Have y'all
Like,
seen
it'll be
any?
able to tell the, no, I can't see anything yet. But you just go, and when you hear somebody say something, there's action. He said you want to be somewhere towards the end.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah, right there. That was, I think I heard that. No, nothing? Yeah, like right over here. It's flashing. Oh, yeah. It's, oh, the ground's here. This is it. Oh, yeah. It's right there. Yeah. Did a lot of places here for you? Oh my goodness. Did a lot of places. Or nothing? It's flat. Pretty. It's so weird.
Make sure you don't get your gift. Don't get your face.
Waiting on a number.
You didn't see anything yet. You gotta go slow. You gotta go real slow.
Sometimes you bring her.
Like just the slow sleep.
Somebody else. But your son.
Yeah. He said it'd be like a real dark spot.
With a white around it.
Like that, and then it'll have a white
Come back to this spot.
most of the time.
Is there 10 here tonight? Let's tell you to stop. Said 10.
Is there anything you'd like us to do?
I think it's going to post it, remember?
I don't see anything.
Has that been open the whole time?
What?
That trunk.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
I don't know.
Something so weird.
Yeah. Maybe they popped it open.
Might ask, like, you can ask about, have you kids that you have? She asked to give us names of their children. What was your favorite plant? What was your favorite part of the house? What color is your favorite plant? Stay away from those yes and no questions. That's really what you're going after. Those are the kinds of things that she'll normally answer for me. But tonight it seems like she's actually trying to tell me, like there's a lot of people here. I got 15, 16, 19, all in a different
We got
succession.
10.
You get 10?
Yeah.
How long ago? That, I mean, I had that probably a good 3-4 minutes ago, where I had 15 and 16, and then I heard 19. So I was like, okay, so are there more coming? Yes. Who are these people? Are they family? No. Like, they were very quick answers. Again, I try to stay away from the yes or no, but sometimes it's inevitable when you see words coming through.
Right.
Who has the green grid? Because I got bright and we had light earlier. So,
Hannah with the green grid. Hannah.
just kind of, I guess, little stereo. Again, my spirits come out. Request. You know, look for that thing. That's why it's so quick. Go ahead and shine it straight down, show me. A little bit more so I'm not really trying to. What you're looking for, see how my hand flashes? That's what you're going to be looking for. I know I showed you guys the green streaks earlier, but really it's going to come through so quick, you're going to have to catch it.
So we're not looking at that.
No.
We're looking somewhere between
Right.
there and there.
Exactly.
Same thing with the
Same thing with the
red
grid. Now the red grid, you'll be able to see those lines bend. Like you'll see a big difference and like, oh my god, there's something right there.
Just 5 kids.
You guys want to look at the space between here and space between
See what else we can come up with.
you want to look at the grid.
I'm sorry?
Do it. And you want to look in between, hold it up higher.
Did I see you guys?
Not forward. Shine it down, but you want to see if you see anything going like this. Between.
It's interesting. So,
I
anything
did.
interesting coming up there? Because the spirit boxes are all going all crazy.
I can't.
The great thing about that gadget, it's
clear
really all about the
laughing.
next
It's gonna be
day.
there if it does. Okay.
You'll see it the next day.
You'll see the orbs and stuff.
Yep.
What
that's all.
does laughing normally mean? Like someone laughing through the thing. Clear.
Somebody's laughing at us
That's
for some
so
reason
creepy.
because we're asking so many questions. We're all asking different things. I might be asking questions and coming through over there, and they're probably going, somebody make up their mind because we have 3 spirit boxes going.
Yeah. That was funny. It was like, you hear that? That was like a clear laugh.
So see if you can find out what her daughter's name was.
Eliza, what was your daughter's name?
Here.
Lily? No.
Eliza, what was your child's name?
Big. Yeah, it's like going off over here.
Well, it sounded like that, right? That's interesting.
Am I all red?
Whoa. Was it Bert?
That said Brooke. Swear. Swear.
That wasn't.
Dude, I swear.
Go ask him what it
started
means.
with a B.
Here, Dad, hold the camera.
I swear that said my name.
Let's go ask
I
him
got
what it means, because it just said your name.
I got it. Go ahead.
There's no way.
It just said your name.
It could have said book. Hi. Hi.
What advice do you have for
Oh.
You got a car backing up, guys, so let's kind of make sure we're staying. Alright. We actually quite a bit here.
It said my name.
Really?
Sounded like Brooke or book.
So, just got 20 seconds later, whatever, like it came out clear as day, so you guys be able to back up the audio, be able to listen all means, please keep videoing because we never know where we're going to capture new stuff. So, what do you guys think? Have we got some ghosts around Charleston? I would say so. It's a pretty active night, and I don't, like I said, if it's a dud night, I'm like, guys, it's a little weak. I'm honest with you guys. Like, this is pretty active for us. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. So, again, please, everybody, watch your step. We already had that warning when we first got here. So it said the word mist and then step. So let's just all be careful.
Some fog. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, we got Christians here. Run, Satan, run. Watch your step. You hear me?
Yeah.
Step, Brooke. Watch your step. Watch your step, Tommy. Come on.
Come.
They're leaving us.
I'm coming.
The difference was butter. Everything was right except for butter.
I'm coming. Go ahead. Casey, your turn. Your turn.
Did we just ask if this was real? And this said for sure.
Huh?
So me and Bert just asked if this was for real, and it said for sure.
Oh, really? I do believe it's real.
Oh crap, Dad, you paused it.
Who did?
I knew it was paused.
It's running. No, it's running.
Where's the time at? The time stopped.